Hi everyone, it's Crystal. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how I made these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Christmas bulbs. So what I'm using here is a glass disc ornament that I picked up from Michael's. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tops off of them. Now in order to get your glitter to stick to the inside of the bulb, you're going to need either this polyacrylic that I picked up from Walmart, or this glitter it from Beacon, or you could use the floor wax, like the Pledge floor wax stuff. I've never used the floor wax. I've only ever used the glitterits, but I ran out of it, and I seen on some Facebook groups and different forums and that I belong to that they were using this polyacrylic stuff. So I figured I would go ahead and try that out this time. So what you want to do is go ahead and get some of your liquid, whether you're using the floor wax, the glitterit, or this stuff. You want to go ahead and get some of that inside your bulb. Now, anytime I spill anything on the outside of the bulb, I immediately wipe it up because I don't want to mess up the outside of the bulb, because I'm going to be applying vinyl to it. So just as a rule of thumb, anytime the liquid gets on the outside, I just quickly wipe it off. And I'm just using like an eyedropper type deal thing here to get my liquid on the inside. So you just want to get enough liquid in there so you could coat the whole entire inside of the bulb. And after you get enough in there, you just want to, like I said, swirl it around, move it around so like you have a nice even coverage all throughout the bulb. Excuse me. And then when I get to the top there, what I like to do is like turn it upside down, and then I like to, as I'm holding it upside down, just keep turning it there, because then that's the way, as you're turning it, it will coat the whole entire lip of the bulb. So right down the left hand side of the screen, I have my glitter ready. Nothing special about this glitter, it's just extra fine glitter that I picked up from Michael's, and I believe that brand is even the Recollection brand. So you just want to go ahead and spoon some of your glitter in there. And this is really easy. I know this video is like 18-minute long video, but it's really easy to do. It doesn't take that long. You're going to see me showing you guys how I did the font in the silhouettes in the software. So that's why this video is a little bit longer. So again, once you get your glitter in there, just shake it all around, swirl it around, because you want to make sure you have a nice coating of the glitter all throughout the whole bulb. And then you just want to tap out your extra glitter. And you're going to see me here just using a piece of paper to get the rest of the glitter out of it. And then I just reuse all that glitter, so a little bit of glitter goes a long way with these bulbs. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do next is go ahead and jump into my Silhouette Studio software and show you guys how I worked on the particular, on the font part of this. So let's go ahead and head over to my computer. Okay, now that I have my Silhouette Studio software pulled up, as you can see here, I'm using the Designer Edition, and I'm also using the V3 update as well. So it was already working. I should have deleted that, sorry. Alright, so what I'm going to do in this part of the video is I'm just going to show you how I work with the font for these bulbs. And yeah, so I mean, you can see over here, these are the face masks. I have everything done, separated. I just got to get them organized on my mat so they can be cut out. But I'm just going to show you guys how, like I said, I work with the font. Alright, so what I want to do is go over here and click on the text box. And I want to go ahead and, sorry, if I hear my dogs. Click on the mat here, and I'm going to go ahead and type out the name that I need to do this time, and it's Alex, and that's A-L-E-X. I want to go ahead and I want to highlight his name, And then I want to go over here to the text style, and I'm looking for the font. I think it's called Chlorinair. So it's CHL, right there it is. CHLORINAR. Chlorinair. I'm assuming that's how it's being said. I'm not for sure though. So go ahead and click on that, and you can see it changed the font style there. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to make this a pretty nice size. I like to work on things on a much larger scale, and then when I'm done with them I can take them back to the smaller scale. Alright, so the first step I want to go ahead and do here is I want to get the name in the box, and I want to ungroup the name. Because as you can see here, there's a shadow behind, the name. So, I guess that's what you want to call it. So now it's all ungrouped. So now the next step I have to do, and again I want to highlight everything. And while that's all highlighted, I want to right click in here, and I want to release the compound path. And the reason I want to do this is because in each letter there are those like slash marks, and I want to keep those with the top part, not the bottom part. So I went ahead and I released that compound path. And now I go through each individual letter here. So for the A, I want to keep, like I said, the slash marks with where they're at in that letter. So I want to click on the slash mark. Once that has its box around it, I want to press the shift key and I want to click on the A. Now that is highlighted. They're both highlighted. So now I want to go ahead and I want to group them. You can always go down here to the box in the lower left hand corner and click group selected shapes, or you can do the right click thing. That's what I like to do. So again, let's go over to the L. I want to put the box around the slash mark, shift key and the letter L, and then I right click, group. Same for the E, the slash mark, shift and the L or the E, right click, group, and the X, there's nothing in the X. So the next thing I want to do is keep the name all together as well, like the top part of the name all together. So I'm going to highlight the A, shift key, L, shift, I'm still holding the shift key down, I haven't lifted up, and then the X. And once I have all those, I want to hit the right click and group. Now I'm going to click off of the name, and then I'm going to grab the top part and move it down. Perfect. Now what I want to go ahead and do excuse me, is I just click here and drag to just create a box around the bubble letters, and you see there's boxes around everything, the A, the L, the E, and the X. Now with that, I want to go ahead and right click and group, and then everything's still all in one box is highlighted here. I want to weld it as well. So right click and weld. Perfect. Now you can see here that after we welded it, there's this little piece right here. I don't want that cut out. I want this all to be solid. So what I'm going to do is right click again, and I want to release the compound path. And you can see how that little box appeared around that little mark right there. So I want to go ahead and click off of it, and then what I'm going to do is click back on here to highlight that box, and then I'm going to right click and delete it. There we go. So now the next step, what I like to do is I'm going to take the top part back up and put it over the shadow part. So, okay, that looks pretty good. And I want to put both of these, the front and the back, I want to group it together again. And the only reason I'm grouping it together is because I want to go ahead and shrink it down to size again. So here's my size of my bulb. Okay, and now what I want to go ahead and do is just make the name fit inside the bulb. And that right there, that looks pretty good for me. Yep. So I'm going to take that circle back off here because I don't need it. And I'm going to highlight the name back up again, and I want to ungroup it. Okay. Oops. I did ungroup it. Okay, click off. Now I'm going to take the top part. There we go. And it moves. Alright, so now the next part, that's pretty much how you work with that font. That's how I like to do it. Might be the right way or wrong way. I'm really not for sure. But that's the way that I do it. Okay, so let's see here. So now all I want to do is I'm just going to go through here and separate everything so I can cut it all on one mat. And then we'll get back to putting this stuff on the bulbs. So let's go ahead and head back over to the other camera. Okay, now that we're back over here, I went ahead and I cut my vinyl out. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull it off the mat here. And before I go ahead and weed out this vinyl, I want to go ahead and clean off the bulb, prep the surface for the vinyl. And all I do for that is use rubbing alcohol, and I just put it on a paper towel and I wipe the front of the bulb off. And all this is doing is just cleaning the glass, making sure there's no oils on it, just so the vinyl will stick a lot better to it. And I do that for any kind of glass surface, whether I'm painting on it or putting vinyl. It's just prepping the surface. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here now is just cut out these pieces, because I cut enough out to do 2 of these bulbs. So I'm just going to go through here and cut out what I need. And while I'm doing this, I probably should edit this part out, but I didn't. While I'm doing this, I do want to say that this was not my original idea. I had seen this idea on another blog, and it was www.whosaidnothinginlifeisfree.com, and it was in November 15th, 2014's blog post. So that's when I seen this idea. So it's not my original idea. Also, so all I'm doing here now is just weeding out the vinyl. Very easy to do. And I did want to say that Clornaire, I think that's how you say it, font, I got for free, and I got it from fontspace.com. And I'm going to go ahead and include both of those links down below in the description below. Alright, so yeah, we're just weeding out the vinyl here. Nothing new, nothing exciting. And usually, what I have to do now is layer the vinyl. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. I'm going to show you guys the way I feel comfortable doing it. You know, it may not be the way other people do it, but this is the way I do it, and it's just, you know, my way. So what I like to do is I like to layer all my pieces first before I put it on the actual project. So like for this mouth right here, there's a red piece that goes in here for the tongue, and all I'm going to do is pick that up and put it on there now, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is take that whole entire piece. Oh, actually no. I'm going to go ahead and do the face mask part now. So as you can see here, this is how I layer my vinyl up. I layer it on the main piece before I put it on the project. I really hope that makes sense. And all I'm using here to transfer these pieces is contact paper. You can use contact paper, or you could use transfer tape or transfer paper, whatever you feel most comfortable using. I like the contact paper, it works for me, so that's just what I've been sticking with. And I picked that up from the, you can get it from the dollar store. It's clear contact paper, or you can also get a big roll of it from Walmart, which is really cheap and it will last you forever. So that's all I'm doing here. And that little yellow squeegee, oh my god, I love that squeegee. It works fabulous. You can use a credit card, a credit card or a gift card. But that little yellow squeegee, I love it. It works great. Alright, so now that I have the face mask done, what I'm going to do now is just take that whole image and then layer, put it onto the actual bulb. So just like this. Just trying to line everything up and get it where I want it. And see, some people would start and do the actual layering actually on the bulb itself. But I like doing it this way. I really hope that made sense. I'm trying not to confuse anybody. So again, here I go with my little squeegee just to pick up the vinyl. And I'm going to go ahead and put the mouth on the bulb. Very simple. And then what I'm going to do next is work on the back part of the bulb. And that's where I put the personalization on. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and clean that off with a rubbing alcohol to get all the oils off of there. I'm going to set that off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and layer up the vinyl. And because I'm using the rubbing alcohol, it dries super quick. So, okay. So here is Alex's name. Once again, I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up and put that on the main piece of the vinyl. Then I'm going to get my squeegee just so I can pick everything up all at once. Put it on the bulb, and there you have it. That is how simple these are. They make very cute little gifts, or I don't know, for whatever you need it for. I made a bunch of these for my niece and nephews and for my brother's girlfriend's kids. So I'll have some pictures to follow if you want to see some more pictures. But yeah, that is how you make these. Again, I apologize for the video being so long. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.